On your screens right now, you can see Wycliffe Okechi is on standby. Wycliffe, it has been a busy day. I know from the early morning hours, you have been keeping a close eye on the developments from the county of Kisumu. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Irene Muchuma Odim, back in Nairobi. It has been an eventful day, but Kisumu, we can report differently. Actually, we can categorically and confidently report that the protests in Kisumu have been massively peaceful. Today being Tuesday, as we, in terms of comparing the intensity of the protest as we compare it today vis-a-vis the one that we saw and witnessed on Thursday, that is last week, there is a huge contrast. Last Thursday, the demos were being conducted in pockets. The youths were organized in pockets, but then today, actually those pockets were engaging the police in run-ins and there, here and there, but then again today is quite different. Of course, there is the usual pattern that it follows. In the morning, the protests begin at the Kondele roundabout, and the youths usually charge using the Kakamega-Kisumu road. That is the road that is leading from Kondele towards the Kisumu CBD. And right where we are standing, this is one of the major roundabouts here, right within the CBD. And behind me, actually, this is the road. This is the road that leads from Kondele and head straight to where the State Lodge is located. Along that route again is where the Nyanza headquarters that houses government offices and also the Huduma services. That is where all that is offered. That points out, it explains the usual pattern. That is where actually that pattern is where the protesters follow from as they converge at the Kondele and move all the way to State Lodge. But then again, today those pockets haven't been witnessed. It has been one large group of youth who are protesting actually in peace. And one thing that we can report that so far actually throughout the day, since morning when this protest began, we haven't witnessed any single incident where maybe tear gas canister being lobbed maybe to disperse the groups. No. It has been largely peaceful. One peaceful group charging from the Kondele towards town, with the police, of course, standing by just to assess the situation, ensuring that no criminal elements actually take advantage of the peaceful protest. And largely, what we can report in Kisumu is that the protests have been peaceful, and the intensity, comparing today with the previous demos, actually it has been the intensity has been quite low. And so far, I think if apart from the crowd, the few people that are behind me here, this road is now very passable to motorists. The border riders just moving around, but these roads, the streets are very clear, are very smooth. And I believe if my colleague behind the lens, Martin Kibuti, can basically pan around and show you the streets of the major streets of Kisumu, right within the CBD. The streets you are seeing right now, that is the Oginga Odinga Street, where most shops actually are located. But today, usually those streets are occupied by protesters, but then now you can see it's very smooth. Actually, the motorists just moving along. That means the protesters that were occupying these roads have actually dispersed. It was just one major group that was charging from Kondele, but that group has dispersed, and it has not been chaotic. It has all been peaceful, and they just registered their displeasure with the way governance issues in the country are being run. After then, they just dispersed, and so far we haven't seen anything serious to report about, but then except for the peaceful demonstrations that we have been witnessing since morning. Well, usually it happens that when the protests actually get intensified towards the evening, and that actually depends on how the police handle the protesters. Today, the police have taken a backseat and allowed the protesters to register their displeasure in a peaceful manner. But then again, we cannot leave the scene. We are still on standby, just witnessing how this entire demonstration will pan out throughout the evening. Last week, there were some cases of shops being broken into, some stores being looted, and that happens during the evening. But again, we are on standby. We will be witnessing and again moving around to see how the police will be handling to ensure that whatever incidents that were witnessed last week in terms of looting and destruction of property do not reoccur today. But what we can report so far, Irene Muchuma, that the peaceful, the demonstrations and protests in Kisumu have been peaceful, and there haven't been run-ins, and there haven't been cases of tear gas and the police being probably using excessive force. No, that has not been registered today. It has been peaceful, and that is the message that we have for you from Kisumu. Back to you, Irene Muchuma.